Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Stefan from Stellaris, and today we're going to actually start the new series, the Admiral Lithium League. Let's load it up. As you can see here, this is the same spawning location we had at the end of episode 0, and yeah, we are doing this legit, first try, don't worry about that. So if you want to check out how this government works and the species behind it, you can check out episode 0, and we'll have everything you need to know about this species. It also goes in depth on how we're actually going to do this, and the various mods I'm using. Just to be clear, I am playing with Enhanced AI and Glavius' Advanced AI mod. So besides this being Grand Admiral on high aggressiveness, we're also playing with some mods, and so that should be quite difficult. And that's the fun of it. Anyways, our beginner ruler is quite good. He's a space miner, which is virtually the best perk you can get at this point in the game, and he's also an investor, which is not bad. This is pretty much going to guarantee that we're going to be on top of our energy situation, at least for now. Now his agenda is a new generation, which is going to increase pop growth speed by 10% and increase happiness by 5%. A 5% happiness bonus is pretty much a 2.5% resource production bonus, and that is only applied after the pop is above 60% happiness, so keep that in mind. So now, we can go ahead and start research. So for our physics, we can go for Administrative AI. It's going to increase our research speed further and improve our experience later on. And for society, we have an interesting choice. We can either go for a Hollow Temple or Planetary Unification. Hollow Temple does not have that kind of weight, and so we're going to go for that because there's a chance that it's not going to appear for quite some time. As for engineering, we can go for an engineering facility. That's going to increase our engineering research, and that is what we're focused on. Also, interestingly enough, these are the same exact 3 beginning technologies as with my previous series, so hopefully it turns out as well as that. If you haven't checked out that series, it's quite interesting. I go Fanatic Purifier on Grand Admiral and decimate virtually everyone. Now, we can't do that with a tall empire, but still, hopefully it goes in a similar manner. And now, beginner management. The first thing you will want to do is build an audio monument or a temple on your home world. It is very important that you do that because that's really going to boost your Unity production. Now, it's not going to be as significant for us since we do have Agrarian Idyll, but still, a temple is very vital because normally it would just straight up double your Unity production, and that is very important early on. Now, second thing we'll want to do is queue up the construction ship to start constructing. Now, we could go for a science ship over at Tibet. However, we don't have the energy to actually recruit a scientist. So we're going to have to hold off on that until we have 100 minerals, and by that point, we should have about 200 energy. Now, as for a regular science ship, we're going to go start surveying systems, specifically the systems around us, because that is where we can expand, and that is also where a guaranteed world will spawn. Stellaris has a mechanic where adjacent to your world, there is a world of the same type, and so generally it's a very good idea to colonize that, and in case there's nothing here, we can still thrive off that. Now, of course, the chances of us getting a size 25 guy are quite slim, but that would also be quite nice. And so now we can actually start doing this. Alrighty, so the first underworld we've discovered, which is apparently the guaranteed one, is a size 13. A size 13 is virtually worthless, we're not even going to touch that. And yeah, we have discovered alien life on this. Fortunately though, this planet does have 4 energy production, and that will benefit us quite a bit. I have seen some planets which just produce 1 mineral or 1 energy, and those are kind of underwhelming, so this is quite nice. We may not be alone out here. Get some society from that. Yeah, simple forms of life, as always. If you want to read the pop-ups, you should pause the video and read through them. I'll only be reading out the more interesting stuff like distant stars anomalies, for example, or events. Now, we also have 114 minerals. So now we can actually queue up that science ship. Soon enough we'll gain the 200 energy credits necessary, and that should be good. Also, the construction on Tibet is complete, and so we've built the Audichion monument. So for now what we're going to do is we're going to resettle one of our science pops over here, and now we have 4 more Unity production. Not bad.
Anomaly found.
Alright, looks like we got our first precursor, the Voltrum Star Assembly. Seems that these guys were giants, and vibrated to communicate. This is obviously suboptimal, these are not the Cyberx. The Cyberx will be literally the best thing that can happen to us. However, we take what we get. We also have an irregular distress pattern, however we're going to leave that be until our scientist levels up. Now, we also have the 200 energy credits necessary to hire a scientist. So right now we can go for Maniacal Scientist. not bad. So we can assign him to actually do research, and Quattro Meminis will do the surveying. And so now that I have 2 science ships, I have diverted their routes, and so they will not intersect. That way we can scan more planets with less time. Yeah, we got the remnants. Contact report. Quite remarkable. I mean, it is really quite remarkable to see that this early. I don't think I've ever had the precursors pop up on the first system we surveyed. What that's also going to mean is that we're probably going to find enough precursors in our nearby territory to actually satisfy the quota. We also have a tradition, and obviously we're going to go for discovery. Discovery is the best thing to go for at the beginning because you get an extra anomaly discovery chance. At the end you get an extra 10% research speed, and you also get faith in science. Faith in science can increase your unit production dramatically. It all depends on how much time it takes to actually research your technology. If let's say it takes you 9 months per technology, this perk is going to double your unity output, at least for that time. So faith in science is probably one of the most powerful traditions there are. Alright, so we have now finally built up our beginner system, and so now we can go ahead and expand into Algol. Now normally I play with discounts to claim cost, however since we are fanatic pacifists, we're not getting any of that. So initial expansion will be more of a struggle than usual for me. Now we get another tradition, and so we can continue on with Science Division, so that we can get Faith in Science. This is also going to give us another research alternative, and that is quite welcome. Alrighty, we got another anomaly going. I'm going to leave that be. So for now, Algol is our reserve system. Since we don't really need energy credits right now, we can go ahead and go to Kalam. With Kalam, we can actually increase our mineral production, and that is really what we want. Alright, we have found a precursor, so that's 1. We need 6 total to make this work.
Anomaly found.
Alright, we found more anomalies. We'll leave them all be. Now with our extra tradition, we can go for Polytechnic education and increase our leader experience gain.
Anomaly found.
Alrighty, we now have a Habitable World survey, so let's see what that's all about.
Situation log updated.
We also have some rare crystals and some asteroid. Interesting. Unfortunately, even though we did have a Habitable World survey, we didn't actually find any, and that is something that we desperately need. Alrighty, Kalam is now surveyed, and we can build a starbase. Now, this is quite unfortunate. We still have no habitable worlds except for our own. And of course, Algol 2 is way too small to make it worth it. I am going to go out of my way and actually start surveying some systems before the others are fully surveyed. That is because we desperately need some habitable world. Alright, we've got a tundra world at Aldebaran. Excellent. That means that we're going to redirect our construction ship over to Ustkan, and we're going to build a nice colony ship over on Sol. Now with a size 23 tundra world on the way, we're actually not in such a bad situation. Alright, we've also got another precursor. That is 2. Okay, having hostile fauna does suck, but this does increase society output, so that's not all too bad. Overall though, I'd say this is more bad than good. We also got another tradition, and so we can get faith in science before we even finish any of our research. That means that we're going to get about 9 months of unity production just from these 3 technologies.
Research concluded.
Awesome, we have discovered the engineering facility, and now we can go for mining networks. While that will hit us in the energy department, we do have some energy over at Algol that we can utilize. Awesome, so now we have our colony ship, and we can send that over. We can also send over our construction ship and actually build an outpost. Overall though, we are on target for our first colony. Not too bad. Yeah, for now we're going to just leave all our anomalies be, and so we can focus on surveying systems and expanding. The first stage of this process is aggressive expansion. The second stage of this process is diplomacy. Expansion will continue on for about 50 years, and I plan to take all of this territory, but nothing more. Okay, we've gotten our administrative AI going, and so now we can go for some power plants. Not too bad, considering the fact that we're actually down on energy credits right now. And now that we have Aldebaran, we can actually colonize its planet. So the best dial for that seems to be over here. Also, I have to note, this planet has an absolutely massive amount of Betherian stone. So once we get Betherian power plants and swamp cleaning technology, we'll be able to net 48 energy just from the 4 tiles on this one planet. Not too shabby. Now Aldebaran will be renamed to the Bronze Medallion, because why the hell not? Yeah, alrighty, the first was our colony, and we're only 6 years, 8 months in. I would have liked to start colonizing a bit earlier, but anything under 10 years is good enough. It is indeed a great day for the Admiral Lithian League. I really hope to get 1 or 2 more planets and then settle with that. Alright, so our Honorable Exalted Deer Leader server, Dima, is now Fleet Organizer. That is the most useless trait we could have gotten. In fact, this will actually hurt us. That is because the actual strategy of surviving the mid-game revolves around not having a fleet. Our plan is to get a guarantee of independence. And with a guarantee of independence, we can do whatever we want, and no one will declare war on us as long as our guarantor is powerful enough. Right, so now we got our Hollow Temple going, and so now we're actually going to go for Off-World Trading Company. Another part of the plan is to have all of our energy generated at the stations. Now we'll have a couple of power plants here and there on the planets, but that is only in the places where there are energy tiles. We will not be building any additional energy power plants. Okay, so that's the first ancient precursor. Alright, now we can get another discovery tradition. To boldly go will increase our service speed and increase science ship disengage chance. Of course, ideally, we don't want our ships in combat at all, but this will help in a few times we have an accident.
Anomaly found.
Okay, so that's the fourth precursor. Alright, that's the fifth precursor. Now, if you haven't noticed already, I have a very set pattern for prioritizing and building in our systems. So, first thing to claim are the minerals. Second thing to claim is the research. Now, energy is only to be claimed if you have a deficit. If you don't, we're all good. Alrighty, so now we got the mining network. And so the only non-military technology will be assembly patterns. So we're going to have to go for that. Oh, that's quite interesting. So this little chunk of territory actually only has one inlet. So we're going to take that. At this point we might be going a bit big for going tall, but having this nice little secure chunk of territory is going to be quite important. If there's a planet here, that'll be our final defense planet. Anyways, we are now 10 years in. We've accomplished quite a bit. We have almost completely developed this area around us. And we also have 3 locations for secure choke points. Now this way, if anyone attacks us, they'll have a pretty darn hard time of getting through our defenses. If you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like. And if you want to see more, please subscribe. I'll be uploading the next video within 2 days. So I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.